Hello friends, it's Sonia here. It's Tuesday. How are things going for you? I just wanted to show you, I was playing a little bit in my craft room yesterday, working on just some journal bits and pieces. I will show you, I guess, first of all, the cover is finished. The back, the front, lace, gold edging. Pockets, little pockets. I made this today, a pleated paper flower. It's just using a scrap that was left over when I made the pockets. So that's done. And this morning actually, is when I made the pleated flowers. They're fun. You just take a strip of paper and you pleat it with your hands and put a little flower on it. I made yesterday. This I didn't make. The envelope is just a coin envelope, money envelope. But I put rice paper on here. Looks kind of pretty. That's just a stamp. This is something I had watercolor painted. I can't remember the lady's name, but it's a famous artist. And I have a coloring book, which I watercolor in. So, yeah, that's what that is. And now I just put it in here as a journal card. This is just a cardboard box. It was a candle was inside or something like that. And it had this little seal on the cardboard. So I just cut out a piece, and this is going to be a pocket on a page to put something in. I made this little tag. I bought a set of sheets at Costco. And Costco, because they don't want people opening the packages, they always put a lock closure on the packages. And what they do is they put a little tag on with the sheet fabric so people can look and touch and see how the fabric is. So I just put paper on here, and I did some gilding with embossing powder. And this is this teacup is a little transfer from Dollar Tree. The S is a transfer. This is just little from lace that I have. I cut it apart to use. This is from the same lace. It has like a strip of the pearls and then a strip of this, so I just cut them apart. It turned out quite cute, I think. And then, yeah, this could just go in this little pocket like that. I made a little tuck spot. This is just a great way to use things rather than throwing them away. All those envelopes your banks send you, and your telephone bill and your hydro bill, if you get them in the mail, they give you those window envelopes. So I just cut down a window envelope. This is a coffee stained one. I used a Dollar Tree transfer on it. And when I say Dollar Tree transfer, you get a sheet like this for $1.25. And then you just cut out what you want, and you take the back off, and you use something to rub it on. And yeah, and then I just ink the edges. So this little thing here, well, basically it'll make a nice tuck spot for a journal card like this. Yeah, so that's another thing. This is the same window envelope, the coffee dyed one. I played around with this one. I had a lot of fun. I first of all took little pieces of scraps from the envelope. There were pieces on it that were torn, so I tore up the torn pieces and I glued them on in a collage. And then I decided I would like to have some color on there. So I used alcohol ink markers to color each of the little pieces that I had collaged on. Oh, and this inside here, this is just the window envelope the way it comes. But all I did was, because I had it cut open, I put I stamped an image on there, which looks really pretty. Now, I also used a stencil, and I mixed some pearl mica powder with some clear gesso. And that's what this design is. And it won't pick up on the camera, I'm sure, but it's got a very subtle shimmer on the design. So I like that. So I just glued the edges, cut the edges with my decal scissor, and now what I have is a nice pocket for this tag to go into that I had also made. There we go. I don't know if I showed you this tag before. Perhaps I did. These are just little leftover bits when I did a die cut background for a card. And then you end up with all these little bits. So I just decided they were too pretty to throw out. So I just glued them on here, and I put a little saying. It says, if a year was tucked inside of a clock, then autumn would be the magic hour, by Victoria Erickson. Little charm on there. And then on the back, I just put live life in full bloom with some lace and a little scrap of paper. So that's another thing done. And then from that same cardboard box with that beautiful color background on it, I just cut this little shape out, and I cut a little butterfly out of a different piece of paper, and that's going to be a little pocket on a page, because what I had done is, this is also a piece of scrap from that carton, and I just used gold embossing powder and my heat gun and Versamark, and I did that gilding around the edges. And I found this poem online, and I really like this poem. It says, life is like a garden and friendship like a flower that blooms and grows in beauty with the sunshine and the shower. And lovely are the blossoms that are tended with great care by those who work unselfishly to make the place more fair. And like the garden blossoms, friendship's flower grows more sweet when watched and tended carefully by those we know and meet. And if the seed of friendship is planted deep and true and watched with understanding, friendship's flower will bloom for you. And that's by Mazur Sheikh. So I just did that little poem on there. It's going to go, I'll just glue this edges onto the page, and it'll be a little tuck spot to hold the little poem. So that's what I've been up to. I hope you're having fun in whatever way you like to have your fun. And thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.